Live and we're adjusted. Good afternoon, brothers and sisters. Yes, another one. Let's get them out. Today is, we're sort of reiterating. We've gone through a lot of stuff, and there's a lot of stuff happening online that we stopped looking, or I've stopped looking at the basics of what we're doing. So we're going to have a look at 10 prophecies that we need to be looking for right now, guys. So good afternoon, and let's do it. Remember the days we used to have a intro and an outro? Maybe one day we'll get back to that, but hopefully it's in there. You know, if you're new to the channel, it's about the promotion of the gospel of our Lord Jesus Christ. It's to advance the kingdom of Father God. If you confess with your mouth that Jesus is Lord, if you believe in your heart that God raised him from the dead, you are saved. You are saved from what? Certainly the coming tribulation, which is like the earth has never seen before. Dennis, Leanne, God bless you. God bless you. Good to see someone on. Will, I'll say hello to everyone. I should have left it a while to let everybody get on, but I've got to cook the tea. I love you too. God bless you, family. Good afternoon. How are you today? And let me know where you're all from. And I love that heart button, guys. Press that heart button. Frank, God bless you, brother. So 10 prophecies. Whatever we're going to see in the future, we're out of here before the worst starts. Remember that? Okay. And you know, if we look at what God's doing and what is God's and what is the devil's in the book of Revelation, we'll see that it's quite crammed together, because some of it's happening in the earth and some of it's happening on earth. But you know, I stick now to when the sixth seal is opened. We'll be going, and of course there's a lot of explanations to that, but we'll get round to that. But prophecies in... Thank you very much, Brother Frank. Thank you. It's good, always good to hear from you. Always good to hear from you. But most of them we'll know these as we go over, but let's reiterate and start looking on the ground for these things happening. Jewish people will return home. We know this. It's been happening in the millions, okay? Since the Antichrist sits in the rebuilt Jewish temple, this always predicts the Jews must return to the ancient land of Israel. This was prophesied in many Old Testament passages and was fulfilled in AD 1948 or 49, okay? It shall come to pass that that day of the Lord shall set his hand again on for a second time to recover the remnant of Israel, which shall be left from Assyria and from Egypt and from Pathros and from Cush and from Elam and from Shinar. It's a pity we don't remember these names to see where they're coming from. It's relevant, okay? And from Amath and so on, and that's Isaiah 11 to 12. That's prophecy 1. we're seeing that. This is the end times because we're seeing that. Prophecy number 2, temple ordered rebuilt. Okay, now it has been ordered rebuilt, but we don't know where, brothers and sisters. Where's this temple getting rebuilt? Everybody there? Is that heart button working? Daniel 9:27, 2 Thessalonians 2:4 predicts the Antichrist will desecrate the Jewish temple. Therefore, a new Jewish temple must be built in Jerusalem. We know that one. So let's not focus on what's happening in the Ukraine and Russia and all that. That'll fit into place in time. Let's stick to the basics and see when the Lord's coming to get us, you know? When he's coming to get us, okay? Who opposes and exalteth himself above all called God, always worshipped, so that he, as God, sitteth in the temple of God, showeth himself that he is God. 2 Thessalonians 2:4 is where that comes from. They're rolling off, guys. They're rolling off. So let me say hello, Margaret, Diane. Will, we said hello to Peggy, Dennis, Art, Mr. Kim. I think I've said more. Anyway, let's keep it rolling because I've got the tea to cook. And I am feeling moderately better. The chest is clearing a bit, Brother Frank. Still got this dreadful cough, but the Lord's will be done, eh? Prophecy number 3, 10 nations arise. This we're looking at, but we haven't grasped it. There's a lot that's close. And Bill Bailey, if you come on, thank you. Bill Bailey, if you come on, then that's the site to go to. There will be a coalition of 10 nations ruling in the Middle East at that time for a detailed discussion on who the nations are and how they come into power. See ancient prophecies revealed. It's a book. And then 10 horns, and this is where it comes from, Daniel 9:24, and the 10 horns of this kingdom are 10 kings that shall arise, and another shall rise after them. Remember me talking about it yesterday? Egypt. And he shall diverse from the first, and he shall subdue 3 kings. Remember we talked about that's Egypt subduing 3 kings. This is going to happen. This is going to happen before tribulation. This, we're looking for this happening. Or possibly happening. Number 4. I'll probably only do 5 today, guys, because I will do 5 tomorrow. I've said 10. Prophecy 4. Antichrist leader of 10 nations. This is the one we all cried about. Well, when is Antichrist will become the head of 10 nations? There's the 10 nations. He'll be the head of 10 nations. Okay? Not the world as such, of 10 nations, which will probably be most of the world. Okay? So these are things... I'm just calming it down. I'm saying I can't do 10 because I don't think I can survive. Nations, though peace and deception, not war. Through peace and deception, not war. He will do it by deceiving them and become ahead of 10 nations. And, you know, I have my ideas, okay? And that is in Daniel 8:25. And know his policy also, he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand, and shall be mighty himself in his heart, and the peace shall destroy many. He shall also stand up against the prince of princes, but he shall be broken without hand. Okay? Prophecy number 4. Prophecy number 5. Okay? We're rolling it today. These are all notes. We are told the Antichrist's name will be equal to 666 when spelled out in Greek. Remember that? In Greek. Okay? When we're doing the gematria, we start it in Greek. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bound, to receive the mark on their right hand and on their foreheads. And we've had a dose of the mark of the beast, haven't we? And that no man might buy or sell or have any mark or on their name of the beast of the number of his name. Here is wisdom, let him have understanding. Count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666 in Greek gematria. Okay? So it would appear that the only fella that's arisen in Hebrew gematria is Obama. You know, just according to the gematria. Not having a go. And that's in Revelation 13, 16, 18. Shall we go on? Shall we go on? Is this good? Have you got your got your books? Well, let's go on. Yeah, we'll do this. Prophecy 6. Antichrist's king of the north country. He will be a leader of the country of the north of Israel. Okay? That's what we're looking for. Who is it? And at that time the end shall the king of the south push at him, and the king of the north shall come against him, and like a whirlwind with chariots, and with horsemen, and with many ships, and shall enter the countries which shall overflow and pass over. Daniel 11:40. We did that yesterday, okay? This is keeping fresh in our mind the prophecies that are on the table to happen before we go home. Some not always happening, but we should see signs of them. I don't think I'm going to go on past... we've done 6. I'm going to line that, brothers and sisters, because I just wanted to say afternoon. I simply... my voice is packing in. But I'm saying these prophecies are what we need desperately to be hanging on to before we're saying anything about the Lord is coming. Because from an evangelical point of view, if I'm going out saying, like in my lifetime, people have been saying the end is nigh in the streets for 50 years, right? Now, I've got to think about how can I get that person to get to Christ before he gets the understanding that Israel's still very much in the plan and that there is an end of the world to come, okay? Because it's a delicate balance, because the enemy will use me to go against what the Lord wants if I'm not careful. Like Jonah, we went out in the whale the wrong way until the whale brought him back, rather. But bring us back is to concentrate on evangelical works. We're going to call the last of the Gentiles before he comes, okay? Because the last of the Gentiles will be in tribulation, right? Which I'll go into. There'll be people getting called in tribulation that have not been called before rapture. And that will go over to the end of the time, the last of the Gentiles, when he'll go and hand it to Israel. Okay? Then that's how it works. But we'll go through that as another time. But for us to be coming back in and studying what we should be getting out is the basic prophecies of what we need. And I'll not write these in the description, but they need to be, they're well spoken about, but as I said, they're forgotten about. Revelation 12 sign happened, okay? I'm going to keep saying this until I go home. Revelation 12 sign lit my lamp, okay? And many others, and many of my friends that I've met on here are a result because I had my lamp lit tremendously at the September 2017 Revelation 12 sign. Now that has not gone away. That is 6 years, coming up 6 years away. Okay, that happens on Rosh Hashanah. Okay, that I believe, and I can pretty well prove these days, was a sign to us that it is about to happen. It will happen. Okay, at the sixth seal. And I'm not here to help you get your head around it. I'm here to say that's what's going to happen. And it will be on Rosh Hashanah, okay, when it happens. That's quite a bold statement, in my understanding, okay, because I was left a prophecy in a very difficult time. When the Lord speaks to me, it's a shame it always has to be difficult. But he spoke on Rosh Hashanah. So I look forward to every Rosh Hashanah for it to happen. The sixth seal is quite horrendous, and it covers much of Revelation. All the trumpets is the sixth seal. It would appear that the seventh seal is in the wrong place, but that's not to say it isn't. Okay? You know, when you examine it, and I'm not expecting you to go, I will one day get round it, but it not matters. But why are we going in a hurry? Because the rapture is in a twinkle of an eye. Rapturo hapazo is in the twinkle of an eye, the speed of light. Right? That's slower than the speed of light. We got to go here in a hurry. So there's going to be an event happening on this planet. That is the Revelation 12, the dragon, and 6. It's quite a big incursion. And I could be wrong. But you know, it doesn't matter if I am wrong. We're going home. Let your works be counted worthy. Get in everybody or anybody you can by just simply spreading the word and loving them and showing a loving attitude. Bring them in. Do whatever God's gifted you with. But this afternoon, I'm going to leave you with that controversial one. More controversial ones to come. And say, may God bless you, keep you, make his face to shine upon you and be gracious to you this day and always. God bless. God bless. Keep praying, guys. We'll get a voice back before too long.